This is John Tate. I'm president of Agency Marketing Machine. And I've also got with me Adrian Gonzalez. He is our program consultant here.
Good to chat with you all today.
Yeah, and we are going to stick to that 15-minute thing. This is going to be a lot of information, but it's going to be exactly what you need to succeed in Facebook. And there's some advanced strategies. Some of those we'll be sharing with you, and there's also things that can be done outside, of course, of these steps. But this will take you a long way. So let's get to it. So obviously, we're talking about Facebook because everybody's on it today. 1.44 billion monthly active users is ridiculous. More people than are in the entire country of China. And Americans are using it. We're spending 40 minutes a day on Facebook on average. So that's why it's so powerful. If we can interact with 1,000 different people, prospects, customers every month, and we're able to do that just in a matter of a few minutes, that's something that we need to take advantage of. So here's 3 ways that we are going to let you know about, and it's because at Agency Marketing Machine, we manage the social media accounts for hundreds of insurance agencies across the country, and a number of other things are included in our program, but that's allowed us to gather a lot of data. And so we've posted over 20,000 posts in the past few years for our clients, and we're able to gather a lot of insight and see what works and what doesn't.
And Facebook is always evolving, it's always updating. So what matters now more than ever before is definitely reach instead of likes. So what is reach? Well, Facebook reach is the number of unique people who saw your content. So it doesn't matter if it's somebody that's a fan of your page, or if somebody has liked a post on your page and that has come up on that person's timeline. It's all about the people that come across your content. So here you see 2 different examples, because we're going to be talking about how we can utilize both the agency business page and then also your personal page. So we're going to combine these to take advantage of Facebook and reach as many people as we can.
Yeah, because they're both important and they're both going to be put to use. So first we're going to talk about, as tip number 1, what to post and what not to post. The social media is not about overt selling. If you think about on your personal social media, say your personal Facebook page, what's something that you want to share? Because what we now need to think about is, if I post this, what are the chances that somebody's going to share it and like it? Because that's what it's all about. It's just simply not going to get out there. Facebook's not going to show all of the posts to a lot of thousands of people out there just for the heck of it. They're only going to show it to a few people, and not even all of the people that like your page. So it's got to be about that sharing of the content. And these are the kind of things that we found people like to share, comment, and like, and that's and they've got to be engaging. So here's some examples. First of what not to post, and this is just something about insurance and learning about that kind of service. And another thing about insurance, right? 50 people. We're looking at the reach here, and you can see the reach if you're logged in as an administrator to your page. 40. Now 260, 86 people. So that's starting to get up there. Promotions and content is 478. Some fun things happening in the office. 11,471 people were reached, and this was a video regarding the mannequin challenge that was pretty popular for the past couple of weeks. So that's a huge number of people to be in front of. Even just motivational things. So 136 people just on a very, very simple post.
And then even interesting content. So, best photos of the year. So think or put yourself in the consumer's shoes, right? You as a consumer, when you're scrolling through Facebook, you're not gonna be so active, or a post about just insurance is not gonna engage you. You're not gonna share. You're gonna skip through it. So what we want to do is focus on the posts like we just mentioned. Now it can get better. So I don't know if a lot of you know this, but there's a difference in results and reach between text, photos, and videos. And here's a great study that we put together. You'll notice that almost every single post is the same. And now this is a focus on 5 main reasons why people suffer from financial devastation. And you'll see that there's no image involved. Now, same post with an image, you'll see the reach almost doubled. And now if you want to hit the big numbers, use videos. So videos are the #1 kind of content to reach the most amount of people. And you see it's the same post, but it was able to reach over 2,000 people because it was an uploaded video. And that's different. So now it's not all about just getting a link from a website and posting it onto your Facebook. You want to actually upload photos into your timeline because it'll multiply the reach.
Right, and people get confused a lot because when you go to post something and there's a link to maybe a news article, Facebook will automatically bring in that image, but it's not really treating it as an image. It's treating it just as text. And when from our studies, we found when there's just a link and not an image that you uploaded yourself, you're only going to reach about 2% on average of the people that even like your page, only 2%. Now, when you upload your own image to that same post, you can reach, we've been seeing 10 to 20% of the people that like your page. So that's a 10 times, this is the big thing, that's a 10 times difference. Whether you take something that Facebook kind of included as an image and brought in itself, or one that you manually uploaded into that post. And at the end, because we did want to keep this to 15 minutes, we'll show you an example of exactly what we mean and how to do that for anybody that wants to stick around. Here's another example. All right, this is with YouTube. If you put in a YouTube link, you'll actually see the video on that page. And it looks very similar than it is if you uploaded that video itself into the Facebook video tool. Look at this, is 3 people reached, and then Kevin Vincent became our client. We uploaded this video for him, and that's 56 people reached. So almost 20 times the number of people, and that's without any of that sharing going on that we're going to be talking about. So we'll go to that at the end.
So when to post, Facebook has, there's a few windows of opportunity where you're able to reach the most people, and you'll see them on our screen, but there's even a better way where you can get your window of opportunity by looking into the insights of your own Facebook page.
Right, and you'll see, and we'll also show an example of that at the end, but you'll see based on the day when more of the people that like your page are online and in Facebook. All right, so now that we know what to post, we want to make sure that it can get out to as many people as possible. So a very incorrect perception is that everybody that likes your page will see all of your posts. That does not happen whatsoever. We talked about it a bit, only 2 to 20% of the people will see your posts, and most posts, it's more along that 2% to 5% range. So what we showed you will be able to increase that. You'll be able to hit more of that 10 to 20%, but there's a way to get even more people to see it, to go way beyond even the people that like your page. And that's through sharing, and that's because the average Facebook user has 155 friends, and when they share one of your posts, then it's going to show up on their friends' timelines. And even when they just like a post, there's going to be a large number of people that they're friends with that are going to see that, and then it'll grow from there. Those friends will share and like, then their friends of friends will share and like, and that's the viral aspect of Facebook. So we'll show some examples of that.
So this is a post that we created about the community cause, and you'll see very easily 5 people reached, not 1 share. Now, same post, very similar, shared 14 times, we're able to get in front of over 1,220 people. Now, this is a phenomenal example. This post was shared 75 times, and we were able to get in front of over 10,000 people. But it gets better.
Yeah, so, you know, it's not all about the sharing. I mean, you want the post to be shared as much as possible, but even if you can just get people to click the like or the love buttons that are on the post, like I said before, that will still get in front of a good number of the personal friends of the people that liked it. And that's how we got a total of 668 people reached, is because on the post itself, 11 people liked it. Then the friends of those people liked it another 58 times, and 0 people actually shared the post on the agency's Facebook page. But after people's friends saw it, it was shared 4 more times. So that's a great reach for not even a single share, and it all happening through the liking of the post. All right, we're also going to show you how to share at the end, so we can get through this in 15 minutes. And we need to get the team involved. The agency team is who needs to share and like these posts originally so that they can get out there. And here's we'll show some examples of that. And you can assign actually the team to be editors of the Facebook business page. And maybe it's some people that are a little bit more into social media, and you can get them to actually post for the agency.
You can even invite friends to like the page, which is a feature a lot of people don't know, but it's a very simple way for your staff to invite their Facebook friends to like your agency page, which will always help us increase the reach as well. And then you can have fun with it. I mean, your staff members, and this is where we start talking about the personal pages, they could have some posts created of their own where they can focus on generating referrals and quotes. And this should definitely be sprinkled in. But you see a great example of Liz Hooper. She posted a personal message on her Facebook page, and within 4 hours, she was able to generate 2 referrals. And then here's just another example, again, with the posts. You want to make them fun. Here's an example of something that you guys can do on your own. Team member of the month. Literally, all you need is to spotlight one of the staff members, include a little bit of bio, and you see just from the image on our screen how much traction that was able to generate.
And you can directly message them, these people that commented and liked, and say congratulations. Say, hey, let me give you a quick quote and comparison quote on your auto insurance policy or any other. So it's just really important just to make the time for this, to make sure that you've said, all right, 15 minutes a week or half an hour a month, however you want to do it, is scheduled so that people know that they are expected to have the time to go out and like and share other people's posts, like and share your own agency's post, and to comment on others. So boosting, that's more of an advanced strategy, but if you can't get anybody to share the post originally, you can then pay for the visibility. So here's how you would do it. You would go into one of your posts, there's one of our clients, and you would click the boost post button. That would show you, okay, who do you want to target? You can target people in this specific geography, or you can even target people who like your page, or those people plus their friends. So that's great to do when it's something really specific to the agency and wouldn't necessarily maybe apply to everybody else. And as I scroll down here, you specify how long you want it to go for and how much you want to spend. Here's an example of a boost of a post. So this was boosted for $5. It was about this the community cause and helping a little girl, Reese, get through her leukemia. And everybody that was in a specific location was targeted, and it would reach 1,358 people and was engaged 90 times. So it's a great way to get some extra visibility there. So number 3 is you just have to utilize Facebook to create and develop those relationships. You want to touch and tag people and create centers of influence. And we've got instructions for this, but real quickly.
So when you tag somebody is when you're creating a post and you literally tag them so they get notified in your message. And it's important because whenever you're working with a business partner, a nonprofit organization, if it's a personal page and you're tagging a personal friend, they get notified so it appears on their page, but then it also gives them the opportunity to go back and like your comment or your post.
Yep, so Casa of Madison County was tagged here, and we'll show you exactly how to do that. And she's liking the post, and it's getting a lot of reach because of the people that she is involved with and her organization is involved with. PuraClean, they were tagged, and that got hit 252 people because of their network. Humble Design was tagged, and they even liked it here. They shared it, and it hit 504 people. So it's really, really powerful. And we'll show you exactly how to do that here next. So we want to get through the content here first, and how to create this circle of influence of other businesses. It's really important for businesses to have that relationship with you so that you can use them as referral sources. You can help their business, and they can help you tremendously. So we'll go through that example here also. We'll show you exactly how to do that in a minute. Here's another example of how tagging a company worked and what they thought then of the business. So you can get other people to get involved with the things that you're doing when you just show them a little love, reach out to them. We call it the concierge program, something that we build for our clients. So we're going to send you this model, this overview. I know there was a lot of content here, but did want to show you how you can actually make a difference in 15 minutes. And what you can do. This is something that can really help you out next year as you're thinking about how you're going to market and get in front of more people and build stronger relationships. So we'll be sending this to you in an email. We'll record this, and once that recording is done, we'll also include that in an email to everybody that gets out there. And if you like, actually there's a raise hand button on the meeting, on this webinar. If you could raise that if you'd like to see some more advanced strategies. That would go into a little bit more of the paid advertising and boosting, and some of the other detailed Facebook activities that you can do to increase. So we just wanted to gauge an interest, whether it'd be worth us creating something like that for you. And if you could just click raise hand, we'll check that out. All right, so it looks like a good number of people. So we very likely in the next month or so would have an advanced strategies webinar. So right now, for whoever wants to stick around for the next 5 to 10 minutes, we're going to go through and actually show you how to do some of these things that we're talking about. And if anybody needs to hop off now, it's a pleasure having you. And we will be back in touch with you with an email with this Facebook strategy kit. All right, so I think one of the first things that we wanted to talk about, Adrian, was how to share something. So this is a personal page, right?
Yeah, so this is my personal page, and let's say that I'm scrolling around, looking through, let's say, a timeline. Let's see. Oh, here's a good friend of mine, Yvette Hogan. Let's say I'm a big fan of this post, and actually I was looking at it earlier. You can see I shared it. Well, let's say I want my people, my friends on Facebook to access this or to come across it. I want it to appear on my timeline. This is how simple it is. Number one, I'd encourage everybody just to hit that like or love button. So simple to do. It takes 1 second. And then all you have to do is click this share button. So you hit share, and you have two options. So if you hit share now, it'll automatically post or share this message from Yvette Hogan onto my timeline. But I always like putting a little personal touch to it. So I'll hit the share button, and now I have the ability to add a little blurb. So I'll add something like, doesn't have to be intricate, it could be simple, short, and sweet. And now all we'll do is hit the post. Now all of the average of my 150 friends will be able to come across Yvette Hogan's post because now it's automatically mirrored on my timeline.
Right, and to find your agency's Facebook page, a lot of people don't probably have that saved as a bookmark, although you should. You would go to your agency's website, and it might be through the carrier website, or it could be a personal website like our clients have, and go to the Facebook link. So now this is the page that you need to make sure that you not only like, but where you're scrolling through and you're sharing some of these, some of the more interesting posts and things that you want your friends to be able to see. Things that your agency is doing differently. And we talked about before how Facebook isn't really putting the emphasis on likes, it's putting the emphasis on make sure you have interesting content. Don't just gather a bunch of likes. You've got 1,000 likes, but you're not posting anything of interest. It's going to penalize you. So you've got to post things of interest that others will like and share. And here, the pages do show up differently. So before, when we were on Adrian's personal page, you could see that the profile, the picture is on the main cover image. But now with the Facebook business pages, and this is pretty new, they're putting the profile image off to the left. And then the cover image over to the right, and you can still see how many people are liking a business page. Here there's 1,536, but it's really a little bit more difficult to find, and it's not right front and center.
So really quick, earlier we were talking about inviting people to like the page, and I mean, this is it. A lot of people, like we said earlier, don't know about it, but you can easily invite such a high number of your friends by just clicking a few buttons. It'll just take a few seconds. So let's say we visit the agency's page, just like we just did. We hit that little invite friends to like this page, which is to the off to the right. And now literally all you have to do to invite your friends to like the page is just click the invite button. Now they're going to get an instant notification message that's encouraging them to like the page. And because it was recommended by you, one of their friends, the chances that they will hit that like button is greatly increased.
Yeah, they'll even get an email where they can even click a link in an email and it will like the page. So although the focus isn't on likes, we do still want to steadily increase that, because a certain percentage of those people will see the posts immediately when we post them. We don't have to count on the sharing as much. So it's still much better to go through and post and have as many people share it as possible. But why not steadily increase those likes and get more of an automatic reach as well? Now, I know you guys are probably thinking this is a lot of information, but don't worry. We have all of the resources and how-to guides that are going to be sent in email your way. But I wanted to chime in and focus on one more important factor. So it's not just about having a great post and inserting links and letting those images get pulled by Facebook. Remember, what we want to do is get these great posts, but also upload the video or photo within that post. So let's have a quick example on exactly how we can do that. Okay, first, Adrian, while we're on this topic, we did get a question about how to share from the business page, thinking that it's different from a personal page, but it's not actually. So once you're on this business page, you would scroll down and say, okay, well, this is awesome what Chris Humphrey and his team are doing here with helping others. I want to go ahead and I want to share. So I just click the share button, and now I'm going to get the opportunity to write something about it. So there was just a minor change in the options when you click the share button, but that's it. So then you would click post, and then you'd want to share it. You'd want to share it on your own timeline. So you want to share it on your personal timeline. You want to post as yourself. Okay, so now, Adrian, you were talking about how to make sure that we're posting something that's going to be seen. Yeah, so finding an engaging article that we want to share with our friends, and then attaching or uploading a photo. So I think we came across an article earlier today
that was pretty interesting. So let's say we want to share this, right? We want our Facebook friends to know about what's going on. What a lot of people would do is they'd copy the link, they'd go back to Facebook, especially to the business page, they'd paste the link, and you'll see it automatically pulls an image. But that's the lazy way out. That's not gonna allow us to reach, anywhere from 10 to 20% more people.
Yeah, 10 to 20 times. And Facebook does this. They automatically pull in an image if they see an image on the actual page that you're trying to link to. And they do that because they know that there's a much higher chance that a post is going to be shared and liked if there's an image. So they're going to do that automatically. But internally with Facebook, they're not going to show it to nearly as many people. They're going to include this. So if you say just something about, like great article, check. All right, so something about that, and you would actually put it over here somewhere. Put some spacing in there. They are going to pull in these any images that they have, and they're not going to treat this as a post that has an image. They're going to treat it as a post that just has text, which is only going to be seen by about 2% of the people that like your page. Whereas if you deleted this and then you clicked on the Add Photos button and actually uploaded the photo, which we'll do real quick here. So you say right click, save image as, and you could just save it to whatever, you save it to your desktop. And then you go back to the page, click the Add Photos. Okay, so now there's a photo, and they're going to treat this post as having a photo. And the reason for that is because Facebook's automatically pulling in images, and it thinks that they might look good, but it knows that a lot of times the photo isn't good quality. It doesn't properly portray what the post is really about. Sometimes it pulls in and there's an error, and so the post looks really bad. So Facebook knows that. That's why it's not going to treat the post the images that it automatically pulls in as a post with a real image that has been manually uploaded. So now we would just click publish, and this is likely now going to reach 10 to 20% of the people that like the page, and it varies, versus more like 2% of the people that like the page.
And then the same concept with videos. Instead of just highlighting that link, sharing it off YouTube, actually take the time. It'll just take you about a minute, as you just saw, to upload the video, and that will, significantly increase the reach that one post will have.
That's right. So another thing that we went through pretty quickly is creating a circle of influence. And let's actually go back to that part of the presentation. This is really important. This is a little bit more of an advanced strategy, but it's something that you can implement right away. It is.
There it is.
Yeah. So in tip 3, talked about tagging, and then let's actually show that too, Adrian, how to tag somebody.
So when you tag somebody, it's just notifying them that they're in the post, right? So that you're talking about them. And what's neat about tagging someone is they get an automatic notification that directs them to your post, which they're featured in. So they like that. So now let's see, what would be an easy way to tag someone?
We're going through here, and let's just see what makes sense. There, so we'll actually show how this was tagged for Lenore Green United Way. So go post, say, just do the @ and then you start typing in the name of the organization, and a bunch of people are going to, and business pages are going to pop up. And let's just keep on going. But as you keep typing, and even with spaces, it's going to try to look for businesses or people that that might apply to this. So just for the sake of this example, we tag Lenoir County, and it immediately pulls in the name of the page, and it's not like a link or anything like that. And now when we post this, Lenoir County Emergency Services is they're going to be notified that they've been mentioned in a post, and they'll have the opportunity to share it on their own page, to like it, and you're not only building that relationship, you're getting in front of the people that their business is friends with. Now you can't tag a lot of times individuals that aren't your friends, but if you did add a photo, you can tag them. If they're featured in the photo, you can tag them just like you can on a personal page. All right, now talking about creating circles of influence. So Facebook doesn't make this easy, but if you actually type into the URL, facebook.com/bookmarks/lists, so facebook.com bookmarks/lists. We can create a circle of influence, or some people call it centers of influence. And what we do is just you click create list, list name, centers of influence. Now these are going to be other people around you that can really help you with your agency, with your business, that you want to create a relationship with.
So, I mean, just to throw out an example, imagine that you're an agent and you work with a handful of mortgage brokers and realtors and property managers. You have some friends that are, constantly sending you referrals. What you want to do is stay in top of mind, right? You want to keep reminding them of who you are. Now, Facebook, if you have all these friends, it can make it difficult as you're scrolling through your timeline to locate their posts. But when you're creating the centers of influence list, why I like it so much is that it focuses just on those individuals. So those are the people that you want to add. So when you click your list, all you see are the messages and posts from these important people that you want to keep connecting with. So in a matter of seconds, you can like, share, comment on all these centers of influence individuals.
Yep. So on your main page, you'd be able to see that group, and you would just click it, and then you could scroll through. You know that these are people that you want to pay more attention to, and you would comment, like, and share there. And then there's a little bit more advanced strategy as well. So if you get a lot of people that have liked one of your posts, and that can be done through a boost. Here we see that Trip Triple, one of our clients, got some really good reach. 393 people have reached organically, but then we boosted it, and 860 others got to see it, but 37 people liked or loved the post. Well, if you just click on this, and this is not too many people know about this, we can see, okay, here's all 37 people. When they like your post, it doesn't mean that they like your page. So they're not going to have a chance at seeing your future posts. But you can invite them to like the page directly from this post. So we'll do this for Trip, and we'll invite all these people that don't already like his page to like it. now there's an opportunity for them to see future posts, and they'll already somewhat know about the agency too because they already liked one of the previous posts. So we're building that relationship, and these might be customers, they might be just people that live in an area that you're targeting, or friends of customers, but very likely they're going to be a good prospect. So what we found is about 5% of the people that you invite this way end up liking the page. But hey, over time, if you do that with 20 posts, you got a good number of people that are going to be liking your page, and you're increasing that that avenue to be seen. All right, I think that's about it. There was a question about how to upload videos. So you could feature one of your videos. You can choose a video. You can add a video right here. So you add that video and upload it directly into Facebook, and then you can create a post about a video. So when you're actually on your timeline, so let's say we're home and we're writing something here, photo, video, and you can either upload it at that time, or you can access one of your previously uploaded videos.
And the great thing about uploading your videos is that they stay in your video library. So there's a section on Facebook that's dedicated just to videos. So if you just post a link with a YouTube video, it's going to get lost in the timeline. It's not going to be registered as an uploaded video. But if you upload it, now you're creating a library of visual content.
And Facebook now has the ability where it'll create the videos for you. So if you have just a few photos that you want to put together, Facebook will create a video out of it, and you just need to select the photos that you want to add. There's about a 3 minimum. You can change how long you want it to stick around on each photo, and whether you want it to just go there immediately or fade. You can even add music to it, and it'll create, it says create slideshow, but that'll actually come across as a video. And videos do get seen, do get clicked on, and do get shown by Facebook, as you saw in our examples, even more than photos. So they're great to add to your posts every now and again. You know, Facebook is just one of the many marketing tools that you need to utilize consistently to build relationships and find new prospects. And in fact, at Agency Marketing Machine, it's just one of 24 different activities that we do for our clients every single month. Most of those other activities are actually even more powerful than Facebook. And if you'd like to hear about what those are, we'd love to schedule a discovery call with you where we can review those. So please click one of the links on our website to just schedule one of those 30-minute meetings. And in a web meeting like this, we'll just go over many examples of the other activities. Have a great day.